There's no doubt about it, the entertainment industry is tough. But over time, we see A-listers shifting here and there, and some actors are able to stay on top for a long, long time. However, sometimes things can decline fast. And when that happens, it's pretty much up to the actor and their representation to get back on track and back on top. Friends, we're going to be talking about our picks for the top actors who saved their entire career with one hit movie role. Before we dive in and discuss, go ahead and click subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you'll never miss out on our future videos. And give this video a thumbs up if your favorite actor made a remarkable comeback through just one film role. Let's get right to it. Who can forget the cult classic Pulp Fiction? John Travolta and Uma Thurman have electric chemistry in this eccentric Quentin Tarantino film. I mean, what Tarantino film isn't eccentric? Well, Travolta had been super famous for his lightning skills in Grease and 70s swag and Saturday Night Fever, but things took a bit of a dip in the 80s. Along comes Pulp Fiction, which skyrocketed Travolta back onto everyone's radars. Well, he took a bit of a nosedive again in the 2000s, and we haven't seen a whole lot of him since the Idina Menzel name flub especially. But regardless, you can't deny that the electrifying actor from the 70s indeed made an incredible comeback with Pulp Fiction. Well, we never thought a title like Sonic the Hedgehog would be a career changer for a super duper famous actor, but I guess nothing is impossible when it comes to Jim Carrey.
Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them!
The actor has had a long career since the 90s of back-to-back hit roles in various unforgettable films. That being said, there was definitely some woo-woo stuff that happened in between. The actor definitely didn't seem happy in the mid-2000s, and he even showed up to a red carpet saying, "There's no meaning to any of this, and I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to, and well, here I am." It certainly seemed like at that point, Carrey had fallen completely out of love with acting and performance. But his character, Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog, now in 2020, seemed to have reignited that passion, and the actor has brought back yet another magical performance very much within his brand, and earned his place back in the good graces of his audiences. Okay, seriously, who doesn't love J-Lo? The artist, actress, host, and music show judge is just a superstar all around. Although she was on top of the world with her music plus romantic comedies in the 90s and 2000s, Jennifer Lopez wasn't exactly very praised for her acting skills per se. Well, we can say romantic comedies are never quite particularly known for their clever and gripping ways, more for that fuzzy feeling you get at the end when the two characters end up together. But regardless of how loved J-Lo was, she was never quite taken seriously as a diverse actor until 2019 with her role in Hustlers. She was not only applauded for how she looked and acted for her age, but just in general, she reminded viewers how incredible she really is. That performance, along with her drop-dead stunning halftime show with Shakira at the Super Bowl this year, shows us that J-Lo is very much still on top of the world. Friends, tell us, did you ever stop loving J-Lo even in the years she wasn't as active? Or are you a die-hard fan through and through, no matter what? Definitely let us know in the comments. Friends, Liam Neeson completely blew us away with his performance in Taken. Not only was this a transformative film for Neeson himself, but it was unique in that it allowed for other dad types and middle-aged actors to be the hero in major action and thriller films. This was nice to see, since the whole movie revolves around a father searching for his daughter who has gotten caught up in a human trafficking ring in Europe. Back in the 90s, Liam Neeson was praised for his acting chops in movies like Schindler's List and even Star Wars, but he fell off the radar a little bit in between. Then came Taken, in which he definitely captured the hearts of millions of viewers with his empathetic and badass role in this film. And it hasn't stopped there. Everything Liam Neeson has performed in after Taken has been similarly on that action trajectory, and he's been killing it ever since. Well, how can we forget Robert Downey Jr. and his magnetic performance as Iron Man? We knew we had to add him to our picks since the actor has struggled a lot, and gone public with the fact that he was having issues in the late 90s and early 2000s. We never like to hear that someone is going through a rough patch, but we can always acknowledge the strength and power it takes to bounce back, and Robert Downey Jr. definitely did not disappoint, to say the least. Iron Man was a huge success, pulling in record box office sales, bringing to life a ton of merch sales, and inspiring multiple generations across the board, and there was truly no other man for the role. This started an 11-year period of pure success, and despite his rocky road to sobriety, we are happy to see the Marvel superhero gross a ton of money and accolades for his amazing performances. Props to Robert Downey Jr. Speaking of career longevity, Adam Sandler has been known as a very famous actor for a very long time, but nothing blew us away quite like his edgy performance in Uncut Gems in 2019. Sandler's list of film roles goes on, and we've actually seen him in a lot of diverse roles. Movies like Click showcased both his humorous side as well as his more sensitive, dramatic side, and we can't deny he's got some serious acting chops. But eventually some of his more quirky roles were received as a little too out there for fans to stomach, and it was hard to take the actor seriously in certain roles, like Jack and Jill in 2011. Fans were just left going, wait, what? But all that doubt disappeared real quick when Adam Sandler arrived to the scene with his awesome performance in Uncut Gems. And with it, definitely soared to the top of viewers' radars once again. If we're talking about diverse careers, let's talk about Drew Barrymore. We've seen this actress take to our screens in so many different types of roles, and yet the one movie that actually solidified her place in the acting world had very little screen time. Or should I say, scream time. Yes, friends, I'm talking about the movie Scream from 1996. Although Drew Barrymore had appeared in multiple films before then in her teen years, she apparently had some personal issues that made her likability factor lessen as time went on. However, who knew that the 1996 horror scene would be Barrymore's ride to major success in films? This led to a number of romantic comedies like The Wedding Singer and Never Been Kissed, but nothing beats the side we saw of her in Charlie's Angels and the ensuing films. I mean, she really proved herself as not just the sweet little girl from Scream or the sweet little girl from the rom-coms, but someone with real skill. A serious hero who can carry out a major heist with her two fellow angels. It's always freaking awesome to see our favorite actors and actresses make a jaw-dropping, glamorous, or praiseworthy return after almost falling off the scene. After they've worked so hard to leave their legacy, sometimes it just takes one film role to bring them right back up to the top. Tell us, of the actors and actresses we included here, which were your favorite roles to watch them in? And who are some of your other favorites who bounced back in their careers? Leave us a comment below. As usual, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell as we bring you more juicy info, gossip, and speculation about the shows and stars you know and love. Until next time.